What is Overlord, Fellowship of Evil? Um, Announced yesterday. I'm going to talk a little bit about what I think about the new Overlord game. I've mentioned Overlord before. I really have a great fondness for this game because it was on sale on Steam when a time when I was unemployed and I paid $2 and it gave me probably the greatest amount of pleasure I've had out of a video game for $2. Or it was 250 or something like that. But it's a great game. Literally playing it yesterday. I actually decided to see what would happen if I've got my third monitor, so I now have three monitors set up, and I using NVIDIA Surround, and I set it up and was playing it with all three monitors, which was totally wild. Watching, you have a much wider field of view and seeing what was going on there. It may not be the greatest use of three monitors, but it was interesting to play with. So they just announced the Overlord Fellowship of Evil, and I'm not sure. Overlord was a great game. It really was. And Overlord 2 I think Overlord was better than Overlord 2, but it was good. You play an evil character, which is always fun. You never see enough games where you play evil. The evil characters are much more interesting. I mean, it's the classic complaint about James Bond films that you don't have really interesting and meaningful characters. One of the few was Goldfinger, was Art Goldfinger, I think it was to say his name, where here was a character that everybody could understand. He loved gold. He was greed. So it was there. In Overlord, you play the evil character. Go out and need to destroy things, and you harvest their souls, and it's a great amount of fun. And going through that, and then I I see the description of Overlord Fellowship of Evil, and it's a four-player game. They're also aiming for consoles and everything else like that rather than just PC. And it's not the Overlord. So why does it have Overlord in the name? Because you don't play an Overlord. You play an Underlord or whatever. They came up with some name. You don't play the core evil character because you can only have one Overlord. You can't have four. So you got four-player characters. The video shots were very disappointing because you didn't have the minions. One of the wonderful things about Overlord is you have all these minions and you hear the sound of the minions as they go over and destroy things. And that you have lots of them, and when you get up to higher levels you get lots of even more, and it can sort of press your graphics card because you have so many moving things on the screen at one time. And that was the fun about Overlord, is that you send out your evil minions to go and do your evil deeds and do things. And the complaint is the game is a bit linear. It's not an open world, which is fine. If they'd have created an open world scenario for Overlord, that would have been much more interesting than this Fellowship of Evil. Now, it's fun playing against other people, but there are some of us who just like to play a video game, against the computer. And I'm really not sure that it gets the feel. Just from the examples that they showed, you didn't have any minions. You're out there. It's going to be more of a. It doesn't have the same feel that you're going to be destroying things. At least not from what I'm seeing. So maybe that things will improve. They've got a bunch of the people who are involved. It was an interesting video. I'll put a link down below. I encourage you to watch the video. Do you agree that this is going to be a disappointment? That it's not going to be as much fun as Overlord? That it's more pandering to Okay, we want to create a console version, things like that. That you're not creating the interesting challenges. It's not like an asymmetric game. Considering having the players come in and try and destroy, handling the people who try and come in and defeat the Overlord. Have them attack. That would be more like Dungeon Master, which was a great game where you also played the evil character. Do things like that. I think it would be a better approach than what I'm hearing. I'm really not impressed. I'll take a look at it when it comes out, and maybe if it comes out cheap on Steam, maybe I'll spend a couple of bucks to buy it. But this is it from what I've seen. Unless they come out with a better video, I'm not really that encouraged about it. Tell me your thoughts. Put some comments down below. Tell me what you think. Are you looking forward to Overlord, the Fellowship of Evil, or are you going to continue play Overlord and Overlord 2? If you like my video, press the thumbs up button. I'd appreciate that. Or if this interests you, you can always subscribe to my channel. There's a button right above. I look forward to hearing some comments. Tell me what you think about this, and I'll try and reply, and we can see if I'll do some more of these. Thank you.